What's your name and where you're currently based?
I am John and I am from the UK.
Beautiful. So John, prior to joining WCA, what would you say was the biggest challenge or the biggest problem in your life, and how is that affecting you?
Well, the biggest problem and challenge that I have in my life is I always knew that I could do better. I always knew that I had more in me, but I didn't quite know, and I had an awful lot of resistance. I've done the LMA, I did the LMA, but the LMA didn't quite deliver what I wanted to deliver. It didn't get me the result. I needed something more, and so I signed up for WCA, and that's what made all the difference.
Amazing. So on that note then, did you have any reservations about coming here? You know, going all the way to Thailand, you see people dancing, doing crazy things. Like, did you have any concerns, or did you have any reservations about actually making it here after you signed up or joined?
So in signing up to WCA, I of course had resistance. Everybody has resistance. This is not only are you coming to a different part of the world and you've got all the traveling, you are coming to expose yourself. You are coming to lay yourself out to actually improve yourself, which is the only way you can actually improve yourself. So to do that, of course you have resistance, but you have to, this is the whole point, you have to get over that resistance in order to achieve your better self, to achieve what you can. Your purpose is limitless, but you need that help to do it, and WCA is where you get that help, and the support from the people there is just amazing. So come and join the group. WCA is actually where you can make a huge difference to your life, and it's worth it. It's worth the effort.
So on that note then, what would you say surprised you the most or made you the happiest about being here at WCA?
I think what surprised me the most was actually the people that are here. Tim performs as Tim performs. Most people have seen him, but there is that personal connection which you get here. But I think what it is you're sharing it with a lot of people. Those people have got similar issues to you. They've got similar problems, and between you, you get the far better result because of that connection. Because you're away from home, you're all staying in hotels, you're all staying together, and so after the event, there's plenty of talking, there's plenty of going through things that have happened the day to get the most out of it. So you do get the most out of it, and I would highly recommend this to anybody.
I love that. So John, personally, I've seen you going through a lot for the next 4 days. So, but for you specifically, what would you say has been maybe the biggest breakthrough or aha moment that you have experienced so far?
Well, I think for me, the biggest breakthrough is you go through day 1 and day 2, you get to day 3, and day 3 was quite difficult for me to go through. So I got into day 4, I kept turning up, and day 4, suddenly the penny dropped. There was suddenly, yes, I can do this. One of my big beliefs is you get Tim standing up there. Now, if Tim can do it, I can do it. And, you know, that comes through, and that's the belief. And Tim actually tells you how you can do it. So to come to WCA, you can get that. You can actually move your life forward and become the person that you deserve to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So on that note, then, for people who are listening to your story, I mean, first of all, your energy just comes through, John. Like, I have to say it, I can truly feel it. But for people who maybe are afraid, maybe they feel like, oh, I'm not as brave as John, or maybe I'm not as courageous as John is, and they kind of feel like, oh, like I kind of want to do it, but I don't know if I can. Like, what would you say to that person that's currently on the fence whether they should do this or not?
I think people that are very reserved about coming and not sure, I think you should certainly go for it. When you look at it, which Tim does, and it's in the LMA, there are only a certain amount of weeks that we live for, and when you contain it in there, it's not very much. So let you have your full purpose, to get your full quality of life, to get what you can actually achieve, and that is where true happiness is. True happiness is not doing what somebody else wants you to do, it's doing what you want to do, and without this guidance you'll never actually make it. So although it's hugely difficult, and it really is, you've really got to take a huge gamble to come here, and I really appreciate that, the distance, the cost, the fact that you're going to face yourself. But if you can do it, it's really worth it, and I can't recommend it more to people. To come and experience this is a thing of a lifetime, and is going to serve you for your lifetime.
that. So one last thing, and this is not a question, it's more of a freestyler. What is a message that you want to share with people who are watching this? Maybe they're people like you who saw this video for the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for your future self or for your past self. What is one message, one thing that you feel like you need to let out of your heart?
I think the one message that I want to get through is there is a process. You have to believe in the process and go through it. There are bits of that process that are hard, that are difficult, but you've got to go through that to get to the other side. When you get to the other side, it is really worth it. It is where you make the difference. But you have to believe in the process. And the LMA process and coming to WCA is actually, it is mind-blowingly different. So it is the point that it is done on experience, it is done on practical knowledge, and you will make a difference.